thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch our channel. I'm Anjy, and this is Tony from Anjy and Tony's Creative Retirement. Well, we're always doing art and music projects, and I have a studio downstairs, which also turns into a music studio too. Well, most recently, Tony wanted to do a music piece that had these violins that he was working with, and he came in and he brought this white violin that he'd taken outside, he'd covered it, he'd painted it white, and we started playing around a little bit about what we could do with this violin. So I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy this mixed media process, and the painting is called, I think it's called Concerto, Violin Concerto, and I think you might enjoy how we did this. So Tony, this is pretty cool. What have you got here?
Well, I'm gonna make something for our new bathroom to hang above the biffy.
Okay.
It's gonna be something funky.
So Tony and I have been doing sculptures with musical instruments for quite a long time, and I'm going to be showing you some of them that we've made. We had access to, fortunately, to a number of musical instruments, and we now have picked these out, and Tony's going to build a sculptural art piece to go behind a wall in our new bathroom. But it's interesting to use musical instruments.
Ooh, I like that one.
Ooh,
What do you think?
that's kind of cool.
Violin head.
Violin head. So that, you know what that reminds me of? Put it back up there. That reminds me when I was a kid taking lessons from, I think his name was Mr. Jackman. And Mr. Jackson, that was his name. We had violin lessons, and that was the kind of face, and my head was like that, and I hated going there. So that's why I never learned to play the violin. So Tony is experimenting here. He kind of has a plan for this little violin. I don't know what the plan is, but we shall see. Just spray painted it white.
So what do you think of this? You like it? Or I think I like the brown ones better.
I like the brown one to make a sculpture to go in here, but where I do think this might fit, come out here, because we've got that door going in, and take that picture off the wall for a sec.
Well,
just put it, don't put it against the door because my paint is wet.
well, dude, I can't hold it.
Okay, just... Okay, I think this with, you're right, with what you said about having a manuscript background on this painting, on a painting there and that on there. Yeah, I like it there, and I think it'll go with the door, and I think we've got potential to do something really interesting with it. What do you think, Tony?
Give it a go.
So we're doing something with this mini violin because I need a painting for outside the bathroom that we've done. Want to put it on something, and I've got a vision here.
How come it's white?
Because Tony painted it white.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
So Tony's idea for this outside the bathroom. So we came down here and we tried to find something that would fit this, and coming up with ideas. When Tony and I work together, I can't tell you exactly what the finished product is going to be at the beginning because I have no idea. I'm a spontaneous person. So I'm thinking that this painting, which has beautiful texture, I'm going to do something with it, paint it over, and I'm going to add some collage that are musical. We'll show you that after. But the first thing I'm going to do, be bold! Get rid of the paintings that don't work. Just now you can see a coming out on it. I'm not sure where this will go, but I'll show you the process as we go. I'm working on this piece today and I'm going to try to finish it up. This violin is going to go across it here. So I have some music. I found this music book. I collaged it on. I used a matte medium and I collaged these on to the piece that was already textured. I have a violin player here. What I'm trying to do now is tie this in. I'm not sure if I like these lines here. So usually when I'm collaging, what I do is I will rip up the paper and I like the edges like that, but I'm sort of seeing how this is going to kind of fit in. I don't want to make it too busy. I do have a tendency of making most things too busy. So I'm going to try not to do that. So as I said, this is going to be here. Now I'm going to tie this in a little bit and I'm going to put matte medium. Kind of mixing up a black and white with it's a kind of a greeny color, which is the same as this, and maybe I want some browner ones in it, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. So I think I'm going to kind of tap that in there. Might lighten up, a little too yellow for me. So what I do then is I'm going to rub this on. Here. I'm going to emphasize this a little more here. I'm going to emphasize this piece here because I want it to look like he's conducting. I'm not going to do a lot to it. I'm just going to kind of clean up some of the areas with it and make this a little, not so green. I realized that instead of putting black down, I put Payne's grey down and it's coming out a little greener than I wanted here. So I'm going to rub that, tone that down here. I'm sort of seeing now that I want it to look kind of old because the violin, the old pictures, and make the background look like the old Roman walls or Italy, you know, that kind of feel. Not quite sure yet, but we'll see. And I know, and I did have a couple of coins in here. So what I did is I sanded them, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool because they give the idea is how much would you have paid for the concert at that time. So I'm going to be working on this today. So it's interesting, I didn't put my glasses on today, but you know that I think it was Monet, when he started doing his sunflowers, he said he was losing his sight, couldn't quite see, but maybe I'll put my sunglasses on for the details. Okay, this is a really interesting thing when you're making these videos, because one of the things I realized is where you set up the camera. But I'm one of these people, I just gotta learn it, I'll put it up, I'll do it, and I'll do better for next time. So I'm on this painting for the last part. You can hear the music in the background. I think you might be able to. Tony's upstairs rehearsing for a concert, so I hear the music down here, and that's fine by me. So what I'm doing to this painting now is I'm gonna paint the edges because I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I sanded the edges of the painting down. Here, I just sanded it to get it straight, and I'm painting it white. And I've already started here. I still got some marks, but that's okay. I would rather it to be flatter, but I'm going to paint this out here. The problem is I was making a textured piece that I was experimenting with, and I let the fluid go over the edge. I didn't clean it up. I'm a really messy painter. For future paintings, what I'm doing, I'm taping off the edges so that I can paint them later in, and they will be flat, catch all the drips. Oh, they got a bit crazy upstairs. So I'm gonna So I'm going to continue painting these edges. I'm going to go back into this piece. I will have to see what it's going to actually look like as a whole piece here. Not quite sure yet, but that's okay. Continue on it. I'm sure it's going to work. So I went back into the violin, and one of those disasters that you had, I was just quickly touching up, and we were using a spray paint on this, and the spray paint must have been a different paint because it started all bubbling. So now I have to fix this on the violin before I put it up on the painting. Oh, the disasters of the things you do. Oh well, keep going. So this is Angie, this is Tony. If you liked what you saw, what is it? Subscribe, and you can see more videos from us, Angie and Tony's creative channel.